Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Today I am back with the topic, back with the chapter that is the reproduction in animals, and we are going to study rather the subtopic of it, that is the female reproductive system. Now listen here. जैसे मैं पहले आपको कह चुका हूँ कि reproduction is a very important process that carries the living organisms to transmit their genes, that makes possible living organisms to transmit their genes. Not only this, but that also help living organisms to maintain their race. But for the production of gametes, these gametes are to be synthesized within the special organs, and the fertilization of gametes take place then within the special part of the system. Then the development of this fertilized or egg takes place within the part, and together the different parts that combine together and carry out the different functions in the female, that is to be called as female reproductive system. Now listen here, I am just calling it a system. Why? Because here the different organs work together. Like here is the ovaries there, fallopian tube is there, okay, uterus or womb is there, cervix is there, vagina is there. So these different organs work together and perform some basic function. That's why it's to be called as system. And in this system, where it have the different types, it have the different organs in it. Like this reproductive system in females consists of pair of ovaries. Okay, it consists of pair of ovaries. One. Again, it consists of pair of fallopian tubes, which are also to be called as oviducts. So we just call that pair of oviduct or fallopian tubes. Now, again, these oviducts open into the muscular, highly elastic structure that is to be called as uterus. Okay, now uterus opens outside in a small cavity that is to be called as cervix. Okay, and finally the cervix comes out in a long muscular tube that helps during the copulation or coitus for receiving of gametes, that is to be called as vagina. Okay, that's to be called as vagina. Now this whole reproductive system, or we just call the different types of organs which are to be also called as sex organs. These sex organs are usually divided into the two parts. One, they are to be called as internal organs or internal sex organs, like the pair of oviduct, the pair of ovaries, pair of oviduct, uterus and cervix and vagina. They are to be called as, we classify them in internal sex organs. Okay, that we just called as internal sex organelles, where the organs of the female reproductive system that are to be present outside of the body, or just called that are exposed to the outside, we just call that these sex organs are to be called as genitals. They are to be called as genitals. So these are internal. What they are internal? Pair of ovaries, oviduct, uterus, cervix and vagina. They are the internal sex organs. They form the part of female reproductive system and are internal organs, internal sex organs, whereas the external parts of this female reproductive system what I call, they are also called as genitals, and they include, one is to be called as, they are to be called as vulva and labia and clitoris. So they are to be called as genitals. One vulva, second labia, and third one is clitoris. Okay, now listen. And total, when we are going to define this reproductive system, and we are going to define the functions of this reproductive system, what we are finding that this reproductive system carries out the different functions. Like, one, it helps in the production of the gametes, and it helps in the production of the hormones, which are to be also called as hormones, and they are to be sometimes we just call that they are to be called as hormones. Okay, second one, and once the hormones are being released, these hormones carry the different physiological activities. Okay, and also produce the secondary sexual characters in case of females. And third one, coming to that again, it also helps in the production of the gametes, and the process is to be called as gametogenesis. Now listen here, I will start now partly, part wise I'm start carrying different parts of this female reproductive system. Now the first part of this female reproductive system, they are the ovaries. This is the first part of the female reproductive system. Okay, first part of this female reproductive system are to be called as ovary. Let me rub here, over here. Now, the first part of this female reproductive system, they are to be called as ovaries. Now, already told you that these ovaries are pair. They are 2 in number, present in the abdominal cavity of female. They are pair, 1, 2 in number, present in the abdominal cavity, and when coming about their form and size, when coming about their form, you just say that about their, rather when we just call that about their shape, you will find that these are almond shaped. Coming to their size, they are about 3 centimeter, we just call as, they are about 3 centimeter long, 2 centimeter wide, and 1 centimeter its thickness. Thick, they are 1 centimeter thick, 3 centimeter long, and 2 centimeter wide, and 3 centimeter long. Okay. Coming to that next one, they are made up of they are solid, made up of the complex tissue that's called mesometrium. Now listen here about the function of the ovaries. What I am going to tell you that these ovaries are pair in number, and they are having the 2 important functions. One, they have exocrine. They are exocrine in function, and also they are endocrine in function. So what we are finding that they are exocrine in function and also endocrine in function. When coming to their exocrine function, they usually produce or synthesize the gametes, and the formation of gametes is called as gametogenesis. This is exocrine function of the ovaries. Exocrine function of ovaries, that they produce gametes. They produce gametes, and the formation of gamete, the production or the formation of gametes is called gametogenesis. It is called gametogenesis. Okay, it's called gametogenesis. This is exocrine function. And what about their endocrine function? Their endocrine function is that they release or they produce the hormones. They produce the hormones like they produce the hormone that is to be called as estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen and progesterone. Okay, so this is the function of the ovaries. Almond-shaped, 3 cm long, 2 cm wide, 1 cm thick, having dual in nature, exocrine function as well as endocrine function. In exocrine function, they produce the gametes and the process called gametogenesis. And about their endocrine function, they produce the hormone that is called estrogen and progesterone. Okay. Now coming to the next here, when we go through the function of the gametes, usually you know that the function of gamete is that they are fertilized by the sperms or male gametes, and once they are fertilized, they will develop inside the uterus over here, inside the uterus to form the fetus. Then after the gestation period, it's being released out. Okay, now next one. What is the function of then estrogen, progesterone? They bring different physiological activities in the body, like as when coming to the estrogen, it help to develop the secondary sexual characters in females. So we are just calling that they are primary sex organs. The ovaries are also to be called as primary sex organs. Primary sex organs. Okay, they are also to be called as primary sex organs. Primary sex organs. Okay, primary sex organs. Now, as I was going to the function. Now, these ovaries once release the gametes, once form the gametes, and these gametes are being transferred to the uterus by the structure that is connected, that makes it possible the entry of gametes from ovaries into the ova, that it is to be called as oviduct. The structure, the muscular tube, it is to be called as oviduct. Oviduct, okay, it's called an oviduct. The oviduct is a muscular tube that conveys or transfers the egg that is being produced inside the ovary, and once it is being produced, it is being conveyed or transmitted from the ovary from the ovary into the uterus. Okay, so this release of ova formation is called oogenesis, and release of ova from the ovary, it is to be called as ovulation. It's to be called as ovulation. Once it is being formed, it's being released out. It's being released out. The release of ova and conveying of ova and transfer of this ova from the ovary into the fallopian tube. This is to be called as ovulation. And it's only possible because of the fallopian tube, that it connects the ovary with the main structure, main part of the female reproductive system, where the development of this embryo or development of zygote takes place. That is to be called as uterus. So now it's a fallopian tube. फिर मैं बता रहा हूँ, fallopian tube is a muscular tube that helps us in the transfer of ova from the ovary up to the uterus. Now second one. So this is one function, and again this fallopian tube or oviduct, it is divided into the 4 parts. the fallopian tube, it is divided into the 4 parts. Okay, if you have pen down over here, if you have make entry of it, I was just going to write it over here. Now listen here, what I am going to tell you that the fallopian tube, it's divided into 4 parts. The proximal part, the proximal funnel-shaped part of the fallopian tube, it is called as infundibulum. Infundibulum. It consists of this outgrowths, these finger-like outgrowths. It is called as, these finger-like outgrowths are to be called as family. They are called as family. So this is a proximal narrowed part of it. Okay, now next to it is the second one part, that is, okay, second part of it, that is called ampulla. The second part, the infundibulum opens into the next thin bit, okay, long, thin walled part, that is called ampulla. Now third one, the ampulla opens into much narrower part, that is called isthmus. Okay, isthmus. And finally, the isthmus opens into the part that is thick walled and is connected with the walls of the uterus. Connected with that of the uterus, it is called a uterine part. It is to be called as uterine part. This is a proximal part called as infundibulum, and infundibulum opens into the long, thick, thin walled muscular tube, again called ampulla. The ampulla opens again into the short, narrow and thick walled. It is to be called as isthmus, and again the isthmus opens into the part that connects the oviduct with that of the uterine or uterus. It is to be called as this one is to be called as uterine part. So this was the part of the parts of the fallopian tube.